In this video, I'm going to share a crazy insane high volume back workout that my buddy Josh put me through the other day. I'd really love to hear your thoughts and opinions if you think this is too much volume or if it's in alignment with the kind of volume that you typically perform for a back workout. Now, for myself personally, this is way more volume than I have ever performed for a back workout. A typical back workout for me right now usually includes a variation of a pull down for 3 sets, a variation of a row for 3 sets, a variation of an exercise for the traps for 3 sets, and 3 sets of some sort of rear delt exercise. So really looking at 6 sets for the lats and the upper back, 3 sets for the traps, and 3 sets for the rear delts. Now, some people may consider that low volume, but I am absolutely crushing every single freaking set. I take every set right now to the point of true momentary muscular failure, and some sets beyond that point of true momentary muscular failure. So really when I'm looking at how I used to perform my workouts in the past, where the first set I might leave 2 to 3 reps in reserve, second set I leave 1 to 2 sets in reserve, and then it was a last set best set approach where I take that to failure. So even though in the past I was performing more sets for each muscle group in a workout, right now I feel like the volume is probably more. I'm taking more sets to the point of true momentary muscular failure, so I'm probably getting more effective reps from my style of training right now, that although it's fewer sets and on paper looks like low volume, it's probably more volume than in the past, where on paper it looked like I was performing higher volume. So things have evolved over the years, and it's really important to note that Josh, although this is like a crazy insane high volume workout, he takes that last set best set approach. So he's really just, most of his sets are well shy of true momentary muscular failure, just kind of building things up. Then that last set is when he crushes it. So really important to make note of that, and really important to make note also, some of these exercises, like the second movement that we performed in this workout, the T-bar row, he doesn't take any of those sets to failure. Kind of just uses that kind of as a warm-up, especially for his lower back. Like bending over just kind of loosens it up. He likes even feeling the stretch in the hamstrings there. So really not crushing that. So it's really tough to even count that towards sets. Now, some people may consider that junk volume, but it's serving a purpose for Josh. He's great at listening to his body, having a very heightened sense of awareness there. So we had a great conversation overall, especially like we kick things off talking about like right now, I'm performing what may be considered lower volume, but like how is my body built? I've been training for 35 years, and for at least like nearly the first 30 years, all my training was high volume. So you could say that my body was built on high volume training. It's just now at this point where I'm pretty much near my genetic muscular potential, if not already there, that I'm rolling with lower volume training, also because I am doing yoga 7 days a week, like doing 8 yoga classes throughout the week, which includes a lot of like inversion practice. So my body is like, I'm working my body a lot with other activities outside of the gym. So kind of lowering the number of sets that I'm doing, keeping my workouts shorter, more condensed, is serving a purpose for me right now. But that's not how my body was built over the years. And it'd be kind of like me talking, I've been practicing yoga for the past year and really saying like yoga is like the best thing that has ever happened to my body, and kind of misleading people to think that my body was built with yoga without by ignoring the fact that it really wasn't. It was like bodybuilding and high volume workouts out there. So we have, that's one of the pet peeves that both Josh and I have, is like people following an approach that they now love right now and saying like, this is the best approach, yet not sharing like, you know what, my body, like what you're seeing right here was mostly built by doing something like completely different. So really being open and transparent with all of that. And really one of the things we talked about was having an open mind, because what works for you may not work for me. And there's so many different approaches to building an incredible physique. We were talking about like what the research says. Like he's well aware that people are likely going to say that he's doing way more than he should. Like it's just overkill. It's just not necessary. We're talking about the research, how it shows that anything more than like 6 to 8 sets for a muscle group in a workout, you're going to start to experience diminishing returns. And if you continue on beyond that, not only are you going to experience diminishing returns, but you're going to reach a point where it could be detrimental to your muscle growth and your gains there. It could be actually like causing you to lose strength, to lose potential muscle gains there. So it could be detrimental to go any further than 6 to 8 reps seems to be the sweet, 6 to 8 sets seems to be the sweet spot. But I'd say beyond 10 sets for a muscle group in a workout could start to produce like not only diminishing returns, but be detrimental to your muscle gain. So he's well aware of that. We're talking about the research, how there's so much limitations with that. Like a lot of people in the studies are just not like us. You really like the only way to know, to truly know, like how do you know what, like how many sets is going to be your sweet spot, and what's going to be the point where you're reaching diminishing returns, and what's going to be the point where it's going to be detrimental to you. So it really comes down to a heightened sense of awareness. Some of the signs that you're overtraining and you're doing too much is that not only is your strength gains going to start to plateau, but you can end up getting weaker. You're performing less reps with a certain weight, and even have to reduce the weight at a certain point there. And like for Josh, he continues to get stronger and he continues to make gains. And he's very smart listening to his body. Like when he does start to feel a little beat down, he pulls things back. So he's great at listening to his body. So if he's continuing to make progress, getting bigger, he's freaking strong. Josh is a freaking beast. He's always like seeing what he's squatting, seeing what he's deadlifting, like he is strong and continuing to make progress. So who am I to say, Josh, dude, you're doing it wrong, man? Like the research says 6 to 8 sets is all that you need to be doing. He's like, yeah, that's not enough for me. Like I need more. My body responds to more. Like who am I to judge him? That's where it really comes down to having that open mind, realizing that it's very individual. Like the research is just there to guide us, to give us insights, but the best thing that you can do is to experiment and listen to your body, have that heightened sense of awareness to what is going to work best for you. This is definitely overtraining for me. The other thing that we're talking about is like one of the reasons that he does so much volume is he kind of chases that muscle soreness. Now, muscle soreness, in my opinion, is not an indication of a great workout. You don't need to be sore in order to make gains, to make progress there. Sometimes it could be detrimental, especially if you are chasing that soreness and always bumping up. Like, if I'm not sore, I didn't do enough there. But yeah, he likes to feel sore from that, and I'm freaking sore. So today is Thursday. Tuesday is when we did that back workout. Like I started cramping up. I messaged him like 2 hours later. My lats were cramping up. The next day in yoga class, my lats were cramping up. I am experiencing like serious muscle soreness right now, 2 days later. So like more than 48 hours since our workout there. So I'm experiencing some great soreness, and it does kind of give me food for thought. Like, could I be doing more? It's possible. And I think like one of the reasons why I enjoyed going through this workout here is it's a challenge for my body. It's something different than I'm used to doing. And it could just be the shock that my body needs there. So maybe from time to time, having some workouts that do get you to step outside your comfort zone and push higher training volumes there. The other thing that we were talking about, the reason why he does this kind of volume is there. It's like he really wants to make sure he's hitting every single muscle fiber. And I mentioned to him, it's like my perspective on that is that, yeah, I want to make sure I'm hitting every muscle fiber and incorporating a variety of exercises into my training to ensure that I'm doing that, but I don't feel the need to hit that in every single workout. I tend to look at it on a yearly basis. Like I look at my yearly training plan and kind of use some variety in my exercises throughout the year in order to make sure that I'm stimulating all the different muscle fibers, hitting each exercise from different angles, hit each body part from different angles to kind of challenge my body in different ways there. So really sharing a lot of different perspectives on that. And it's just, we had a great conversation. Again, when you have two people who are very open-minded, we're listening to each other's experiences, not judging each other for our thoughts and opinions, whether they're wrong or right based on whatever research or other anecdotal evidence, just really hearing each other out and just sharing our own perspectives with no judgment. And just giving each other food for thought. The other thing we're talking about was muscle recovery when it comes to natty versus enhanced. Like this, I just can't handle this kind of volume as a natural lifter myself. And at 48 years young as well, with all this lifting experience and all the activities I'm doing, there's so many factors that come into play. Even though like my lifestyle is completely dialed in, I get sleep, quality sleep, at least 8.5 hours, sometimes 9 hours of sleep each and every night. great nutrition, great stress management, like everything is in alignment, but I don't think I could recover from this kind of volume if I continued it. Whereas you see like a lot of the other guys in the gym who are enhanced, they tend to be able to handle a lot more volume because they can recover from that volume better. So just great discussions in that overall in general, just great discussions overall. That's the thing I love about the camaraderie in the gym and training with other guys, especially when you have differing opinions, differing experiences. You're just learning from each other. Call it bro science, whatever it is. Pardon me. It's just, I think there's a lot of value to just hearing your fellow gym bros out, seeing what they're doing, why they're doing it, and just sharing your own perspectives on that. So once again, this is way more volume than I would ever perform. But it was still a learning experience. And again, taking things into consideration that he's not taking every set to failure. Some of the exercises, like even the pull-ups, he wasn't taking that to failure. That was kind of just almost like a warm-up for himself as well, like an in-between some of his like bigger, more challenging exercises that he likes to crush there. But yeah, do you need to do all these different variations of rows, all these different variations of pull downs to make sure that you're hitting every muscle fiber? In my opinion, you don't need to do them all in a single workout. You can spread that out throughout the year. But again, what Josh and I were talking about, it really comes down to, again, if it's working for you, who am I to judge? And are you having fun in the gym? That's really what it's all about. Just really having a blast in the gym, listening to your body. If you're making progress and having fun at the same time, I think it's a win in my opinion. So would really love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this. So take a moment to share them in a comment section down below. I couldn't actually complete the full workout. Josh finished off like that last, the single arm row that we were doing there. I tapped out after 2 sets. I think Josh did about 5 sets on that. I'm like, dude, I'm done. I can't, that's what the set you're seeing there. I couldn't get like a full range of motion. And even he was like, man, am I feeling it? Like, he was like, before he did the 1 set, maybe I'm not even feeling it. Then he doesn't. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm feeling it. So he just keeps working it. And again, he's having a blast. And I love that about him and his openness. And I encourage you he's trying to build a YouTube channel himself. I'll include a link down below. The Underdog the Underdog Era, I think is what it is. I'll include that down below. Just a solid dude, very open, very honest, very transparent with his journey, and just, again, inspiring because he's so strong as fuck. I absolutely love seeing him in action there, crushing his workouts, and just a solid dude all around. So looking forward to hearing your thoughts, your opinions down in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the footage, seeing us in action here, training, the kind of workout that we're performing there. And look forward to hearing about your experience. What does a typical back workout look like for you? Look like for you? Drop that in a comment down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that alert button, and so you're notified each time I upload a video. Let me know what kind of videos that you want to see. If you want to see more training like this, I'm going to be heading on vacation right now. A little trip with my buddy Aaron here. We're going to be getting some hardcore workout footage in there as well. So looking forward to sharing that and how our training differs from what we just did here today. So let me know what kind of videos you want to see upcoming as well. And if you know a fellow bro who'd benefit watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. I'll include it down in the description below as well as the pinned first comment. Have yourself an amazing day. I'll catch you in the next video.